In Tompkins County, multiple people have been arrested in an alleged armed robbery. Yesterday, around 2 a.m., Ithaca police responded to reports of a robber in the 300 block of North Tioga Street. Officers say a group of people approached a victim, displayed a handgun, and stole money. Officers were able to locate the suspects and arrested 21-year-old Caden M. Denmark, 23-year-old Tahajuddin Abdur Rashid, and a juvenile male. All three are charged with robbery. Denmark and Abdur Rashid were remanded to the Tompkins County Jail pending an arraignment, while the juvenile was released to custody probation. The investigation into the Ithaca robbery is ongoing.